The New England Patriots have been linked to disgruntled New Orleans Saints wide receiver Michael Thomas going back to last season. Of course, the Patriots are also linked to any big-name wide receiver ever available. Many people in the media believe that Bill Belichick would trade for Julio Jones when news broke that Atlanta was making him available. However, all reports indicate that the Patriots weren't even a part of the trade conversation. So it's important to take all opinions with a grain of salt. All that being said, there's a large amount of the NFL media who is linking Thomas to New England. Hello, my name is Ray Rout, and welcome to the Patriots News Desk, brought to you by Dear Pats Nation. In today's video, we're going to explore the NFL and look at the links between the New England Patriots and Michael Thomas. Tringo Basil Vaughn of Fansided wrote, "If all-pro receiver Michael Thomas does not want to be a Saint who comes marching into the 2021 NFL season, Bill Belichick and the New England Patriots will certainly want to be a part in that number. If Thomas is healthy and ready to go by then, even at 80%, he is better than what they currently have at the wide receiver position, and his contract has him locked up for a while. Belichick would love to give Mac Jones a weapon like Thomas when he finally takes over under center for the Patriots. So the question then becomes, if the Patriots want to be a part of the receiver who punched a teammate and failed to communicate with his team surrounding a serious injury and surgical repair. Randy Moss, Corey Dillon, Aqib Talib are just a few NFL stars that Bill Belichick hasn't shied away from. So if Michael Thomas is available, even at 80% with a diva attitude, the New England Patriots have the cap space and need to take a shot at one of the best wide receivers in the game when healthy. Now, Belichick has definitely never shied away from taking a risk on a player because of his attitude, and given that Thomas is younger than Julio Jones, Belichick may actually want to take a shot at getting Thomas, but what would it cost him? Ben Rolfe of the Patriots or of the Pro Football Network wrote, "What would New England likely have to give up for Thomas? Every time a top wide receiver is available, the Patriots get mentioned. They revamped the receiving group with the addition of Nelson Agholor and Kendrick Bourne in March, yet Thomas could still be in the frame for New England. At this point, the cost is really dependent on how far the relationship has dissolved. If the Saints and Thomas are ready to split, the cost could be cheap. Most likely, the Patriots would look to use former first-round selection N'Keal Harry as compensation. However, Harry's worth is presumably not very high after 2 poor years to start his NFL career. Realistically, take Harry plus at least a mid to high round pick to make any significant progress on a trade for Thomas. N'Keal Harry and a mid-round pick seems like a fair compensation. However, the Patriots aren't the only team linked to Thomas. Cody Benjamin of CBS NFL ranked the Patriots as the 4th-ranked team to land Thomas and Jacksonville Jaguars as the best chance, saying, New England got done spending a combined $124.5 million on new pass catchers Jonnu Smith, Hunter Henry, Nelson Agholor, and Kendrick Bourne. But why stop there? None of those guys come close to Thomas as a number 1 target, and the Pats are obviously intent on competing this year. It helps that they play in the AFC, so the Saints could keep Thomas out of sight, and at 28, Thomas is young enough to serve as a running mate for Mac Jones. Jacksonville spent a ton on mostly middling free agents this spring, but the team still has more than enough cap space, an NFL best $30 million, to be bold. They're out of the NFC, which would put the Saints at more ease. They need a true weapon for Trevor Lawrence that they can get, even with DJ Chark established as a starting wide receiver. And best of all, their new coach just happens to be Urban Myers, who oversaw Thomas' emerging stardom at Ohio State and drew an eyebrow-raising endorsement from Thomas this year. The odds that Belichick will trade for Thomas is probably slim, but it would be foolish to completely count them out of the mix. Belichick was extremely aggressive during free agency, and since Thomas may not cost too much draft capital, there's a real possibility that the Patriots could make that move. All right, everybody, that's it for today. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. My name is Ray Rout. This has been the Patriots News Desk, brought to you by Dear Pats Nation. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any new Patriots news. And if you did like this video, make sure you hit that like button, and I'll be back to you with your next Patriots story.